Hi, welcome to my craft room. Today I have another journal, and this is for my design team that I'm on for Lizzie and Nevermore Creation 17. I'll put links down below. She has a Facebook group if you'd like to follow that, and her website where you can purchase and download the digital files, or you can buy them printed and she'll ship them to you. So for this month, this is actually my May journal. I'm a little behind, but this is May, and this I used the antique ivory. So I have a piece of just white sari silk on the front, or wrapping around it. And this is some really nice cardstock that I used. It's the same cardstock I used on my last journal. You can see that here. It's really shiny, and it feels really nice. So I used the same paper, the same cardstock from the front for the pocket, and I did make this where it's got plenty of room, so everything's not too tight in here. I made it so it was kind of expands. That's what I'm trying to say. And this is one of the journaling cards. I did sew around it and put some coffee dyed paper on it, or tea dyed, whatever it was. I forget. Oh no, that wasn't. That was some different paper. Never mind. So I did sew around it and added some paper on the back. And it is thick. I use like a card from a pizza box, actually. And this was a little card that I had. I thought it was pretty, so I just stuck that in here with it. And I did sew on some pretty lace. And then here is some more of that lace here. And I added a bead and a charm that I put together. And this is on a lobster clasp, so it can be moved anywhere you want to move it. And I thought those birds were really pretty. And I did rust up some paper clips myself. So that's like a rusty paper clip, which is holding on a tag. And this card, I thought that was pretty. It went with the colors in here. And since it's about birds, it's a tree. So that's all my thinking with it. So antique ivory is all based on birds. There's some coffee dyed paper. There's some just dyed paper with food coloring or something I used. I can't remember. This is from a grocery bag, paper bag that I stamped on, sewed around. And then this is a bag, and it's a pocket. And I put I sewed on the top and bottom. I added some lace, and this is a little pin and has a bird on it. It's the other side of that. There's some coffee dyed paper with a doily. I did a lot of sewing around, and like this I added this other paper to it. Okay, and this is a scan of a old book from 1914. I just thought it was cool, so I put it in there. This is a from a bird book, page from a bird book. There's some coffee paper. This one's in the kit. And then here's another pocket, and a tag, and a journaling card. There's that. And I did sew around it, and there's paper on the back. And then this has sari silk on it. There's some coffee dyed paper that I put it on a pan with dots, so I got dots on it. There's another tag with two different and I sewed around it. And this is a graph paper, coffee dyed, and it's folded to look like a tea bag. And you just open that up, and it's just paper. And this is a another oh gosh, rusty paper clip, and then I have this bead on it with a bobble pin thingy, and there's the center. And this is a little clip. Here's the backside paper clip, and it's got bird stuff on it. That is from a napkin that I decoupaged. There's the graph paper, another pocket. There's a little bobble pin with like a vintage button on it, on the tag. That, and then there's just a flash card in here for fun. And I did some random stamping. There's a bird feather. There's several pages with feathers on it. There's another coffee dyed paper. There's the other page from the birds. Another page from the magazine. There's the birdie. Another coffee dyed paper. The other half of the bag with another bobble pin and a button. And there's nothing in there. And I did like fold this over to reinforce it so it doesn't rip as easily. Because the bag's kind of thin. There's some dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. And I just made a little pocket there with some tags that I made. There's the center. So it's 2 signatures. Did, like I said, a lot of sewing. Another page from that 1914 magazine. There's this little journeying card. There's some muslin and sewing. Another bird feather doily. It's a dictionary page, and this is old, so I put some reinforcement on it so it doesn't rip. Coffee dyed paper, an old book page, and some more of this lace. Another pocket, journaling card, tags, another paper clip that I bent up. See there? So that's so it doesn't come off. And another bobble pen and bead that I made. A journaling card, the other book page, coffee paper. There's a guest check that I coffee dyed, and that was one of the journaling cards, and I cut it out in a circle because I thought it was cool. Another pocket, some journaling tags, part paid tags from the kit. Another feather stamped. There's the center of the birds. And there's another birds and trees stamp. Another book page. And here's another type of pocket that I put. Journaling card. And another tag. And I think, yeah, and that's a pocket too. Behind it. And that's an old book page. There's some more stamping I did. More of that lace. Book page, coffee paper. Another stamp, bird feather stamp. Dictionary page, that's another feather. The other half of the 1914 magazine. The back, another pocket. And 2 more journaling cards. So that is everything. I'll put in the description how many pages because I totally forgot to count that. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. This will be in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in that, that's where you will find it, and I'll have a link down below. Thanks so much for stopping by, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. See ya. Bye.